I said this is going to be the fighter that we're probably fading the heaviest on this entire card right here, because there was many opportunities when I was watching film, when I was breaking this down, where I was like, dude, like Chandler could win. But how many times have we said that? He's 1-4 in his last 5. How many times have we said Chandler could win this fight, only for him not to do the things that we expect him to do? And honestly, man, the thing that worries me the most coming into this is that everybody keeps talking about it. Yeah, well, he could subdue the submission threat of Paddy with his wrestling. Dog, he made Charles Oliveira look like a D1 wrestler in their fight. Charles Oliveira was hitting singles and blast doubles against him. I need you to address this before we talk about this co-main event right here. Where did the wrestling of Michael Chandler go?
Yeah, it goes by the wayside once his chin gets touched, Derek. I alluded to it earlier. Michael Chandler has great, all-around, great technique, style, whatever you want to call it. This dude is an absolute savage and very well-trained. But sometimes you've seen it, like he just gets going a little too fast for his brain to be working at the same distance. We don't really see him cool, calm, and composed. He's bouncy, he's tense, he's ready to hurt you, and that's where the game plan falls to the side. Because, yeah, if Paddy... And I do think it's going to be hard for Paddy to be able to get a shot on Chandler that really disrupts him and gets him going, like we've seen in a couple other of his fights. But if Paddy is able to put him in those weird moments and just hurt him just a little bit, I think that gets the dog in Michael Chandler out and gets him a little bit more aggressive than he should be.
Which is a good or a bad thing if you're a Paddy better?
Which is your good thing. A good thing if you're a Paddy better. I mean, the only thing you need to do is avoid a big looping right hand or a crazy power shot that he has, because Michael Chandler can crack, but he's a little bit slower because he's so tense and he's trying to hit you with all that power. Paddy needs to stay smooth and fluid.
Well, you see, that's where I'm kind of undecided, because I don't know if a reckless Chandler is a good thing for Paddy. I don't know if Paddy has the level of striking to be able to deter the big bomb from coming out. So like I had said, I mean, we basically already spelled it out, man. You never know what's going to happen in a Michael Chandler fight. So it makes it very, very difficult to bet on him. But for the reasons that I just mentioned, the inconsistency with the performance, and 38, about to turn 39 years old at 155 pounds against a 30-year-old dude entering his prime, his physical prime in Paddy Pimblett, I think you got to go Paddy. Now, if we take a look at the line, minus 155 for Paddy, plus 130 comeback for Chandler. That is live. That is right now. Would you agree that realistically this probably should be like a minus 115, minus 105 type situation? Exactly. So I think that the fandom of Paddy Pimblett and the popularity, I think it is like over-exaggerating this line, which makes me just beg the question. We like Paddy, but do you like the price? Would you pay the price for Paddy right here, or do you like maybe a different prop or a total?
No, I would pay the price, Derek, especially at minus 155. If we're talking like minus 210, minus 250, not even close. I think Chandler has a really good shot at being able to find his moments to win this fight. So I like 155, but I mean, plus 225 submission odd. It's his second best odd going for that fight. That's the best way I think Paddy's able to get this fight done. Hurt him, club, sub, all day long.
Now, aside from Poirier, in his last 5, Chandler's faced a killer's row, and he hasn't been submitted by anybody except Poirier. And you know, he was, they say at least Chandler was fish hooking and doing all types of dirty stuff, and Poirier just had to sneak that one in and get it out, right? Now, if Oliveira wasn't able to submit him, but Poirier was able to submit him, would you bank on Pimblett being able to submit? I know MMA math doesn't work in that sense right here, but what do you think?
Yeah, the MMA math is hard on that one, Derek. Would I bank on it? Would I put my mortgage on it? No, I wouldn't. Michael Chandler's a dog. He does stay solid. So, but I do think there's a good chance for sure.
If Chandler keeps this on the feet, man, plus 275 TKO prop is going to look like a steal. So if you're Chandler better, I think you got to go for that. But for everything else, if you think that the fight's going to play out the way that we're talking about, Paddy Pimblett, my play was submission or decision. But the more that I think about it, I'm going to give some respect to Chandler, and just durability right there, not gassing out over 3 rounds. And looking at plus 900 decision prop for Paddy Pimblett, I like that way better than minus 155. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to stab it, and I'm going to give you a pinpoint. Paddy on points, plus 900. Thank me after we cash it in. What do you got, AJ? How do you see it?
Say it, folks. Hashtag Paddy on points. Derek might be onto something right there. That was the other one I had. Paddy by sub or decision. It makes a lot of sense, especially with the grit that Iron Michael Chandler has. I'm still rocking with the submission, though. I think it's club and sub all day long, like I've been saying.
All right, the consensus pick is Paddy right there, so take that for what it is worth.